Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2020 horror drama Monstrous, a film that is directed by Bruce Wemple and it stars Anna Shields as Sylvia, who also wrote the film, as well as Rachel Firminger, Grant Schumacher and Hannah McKenney. Now this film tries to be a Bigfoot film. It's not really, but it does try, and it starts off, there are two girls that fall victim to a Bigfoot attack, and then 3 years later there is a girl played by Anna Shields, Sylvia, that goes looking for clues as to what happened to these missing girls. She thinks she's got a lead. Another girl called Alex. They go to this country shack, and I'm trying not to give spoilers away here. It turns out that there is something far more sinister in this shack and more dangerous potentially than what could be outside the shack, like Bigfoot. That's kind of the story without giving spoilers away. What are my thoughts on Monstrous? Well, apart from some pretty decent performances here, this film is a hard watch in many ways. Now, you go into a Bigfoot film, you expect to see Bigfoot quite a lot. You expect it to be kind of a Bigfoot film, and this isn't really. You get teased about that this is a Bigfoot film, and then it turns into some character drama stroke relationship drama, and then morphs into some kind of weird serial killer film, all with the backdrop of Bigfoot still as part of the film. It's an odd blend and it doesn't work, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm going into a Bigfoot film, I want to watch Bigfoot. That's the whole point of it, really. I can understand that they tried to do something a little bit different here, but if they wanted to make like this relationship drama that turns out to be something much more sinister from one of them perspective, they could have done that. I don't necessarily think they needed the storyline of Bigfoot to tell that story, personally. It seems like an odd blend. It's like they've come up with these ideas. Yeah, Bigfoot, everyone likes a Bigfoot film. What about if we turn it into a relationship drama? These two girls are lovers. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll throw that in the pot. That'll be great. Everyone likes that these days. And then, what if there's a killer as well, a serial killer? That's a good idea. Yeah, throw that in the pot. And they're giving it a stir, and this is what's been spewed out, and it's a very unbalanced film, in my opinion. And it's so poorly paced. It's very slow. Very slow. And despite the good acting, and there is some good acting, I think, certainly from the two female leads here, who were on screen primarily for most of this film, I think they do a really good job, if I'm honest. But apart from that, their acting, I think some of the dialogue, it wasn't interesting enough to hold my attention. The last 15-20 minutes it was decent in regards to intensity, but not necessarily from Bigfoot. It was from other storylines in the film. It's just an odd film. It's an odd blend of a film that I can't still quite get my head round. And I'll be honest, I didn't like it because I felt duped a little bit, because I thought, I'm going to watch a Bigfoot film here, but no, that isn't what you get. But it's a technically sound film. It's made well. I don't have any issues with the sound or anything like that, or the performances. I thought it was a little dark in places and it was hard to make things out, and then there was this weird blur effect that it kept putting in to confuse the audience member, probably because they didn't have a big budget to make the film. So yeah, it's a really strange film. All the marketing that you see for this film is all about Bigfoot, and I guarantee you 90% of the people that will go into this film will expect to see like a Bigfoot film. and that's not really what you're getting here. So I would imagine most audience members will feel duped when they watch this film, or they will feel like it's not giving them what it promised in regards to the cover and the write-up and things like that. And that's not the way I make a film, really. I think you could have still done a lot of the things that you wanted to do with this film, and focus a little bit more on Bigfoot, Sasquatch. I thought it was really good the way they introduced Bigfoot into the film as well. I mean, there were a couple of interesting scenes that proved that you don't need to see a lot for it still to be quite effective. The initial scene right at the beginning of the film where these two girls are like attacked by Bigfoot, you don't see very much at all. You just see like a silhouette of this huge thing, and it was effective. And there's another scene later in the film where the girl sat in a car and it's walking back and forth, very effective. So if they were scared because they didn't have the budget, I think they could have still been a bit more creative in how they approach this film. But what we actually get is a really unbalanced film and not what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I didn't particularly enjoy it. It's dreadfully slow, quite dull at parts, not scary at all really, but there was a little bit of potential here, I think, in this film, and it was unfortunate that it didn't realise its potential. So that is my review for Monstrous. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with more reviews on Screen Stars very, very soon.